Welcome to Table Talk Friday, your weekly dose of D&D banter between three men in a bedroom. If you like their style, come back every Friday for another upload. Now, back to the boys.
All right, Drew, have you I know we talk about the things that I happen to see during the week a lot on this show, but I want to know if you heard what PlayStation announced yesterday and what's going to end up toppling my love for everything in the world.
Topple. So like it's good is what you're saying. It's
No,
going
it's
to
bad.
topple everything else because this is it's horrible. Okay.
It's bad. It's bad. It's going to make me crawl into a ditch and die.
The Last of Us 3 that just undoes
That would do
everything that happened.
That would do it, dude. If they announced The Last of Us 3 and said, we're going to break your heart a third time and you're going to be thinking about this for a decade again, then I would probably be like, I can't, guys. I don't have that kind of emotional wherewithal to give you a Last of Us 3.
I feel like I could do a training montage of preparing myself to go into a Last of Us 3.
You have to
like
just watch
we do all the Spark notes.
You have to watch like terrorism videos and stuff and like
oh my God.
desensitize yourself.
Decapitated on the beach.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Right.
Exactly. No, so what I'm talking about is it was announced yesterday that in 2028, January 2028, they're going to stop producing physical discs for their games.
No, they did. Did they really say that?
And it is assumed that the next Xbox will not have discs as well.
That makes me so mad. Are you being 100%? Are you playing with me right now?
No. I'm being 100% serious. You can ask my lovely wife. I was complaining for like an hour in the car while we were riding home.
That's ridiculous. They are not listening to these people. There's not a single person that I know of or have ever heard of or met that would say, "Oh yeah, I hate this. Let's just go entirely." That's ridiculous.
And it's not even that like I don't buy all of my games physically. I have a giant Steam library because things go on sale for like $5, right? And I have a huge just Steam library of stuff. I have a bunch of digital PS5 games, but if it's a game I care about, I like having it physically. So like, I have the most recent Pokemon games physically. I have the Tomodachi Life, Kirby Air Riders. Just a lot of games that I'm like, I want to have these. Oh, the Persona games. I have all of the ones that have come out since I started liking Persona as physical discs.
Yeah, as you should.
I even have one of the Trails games. You remember when I was playing those during COVID? I have one of the Trails games, a Japanese copy of it that someone got for me, still sealed. I didn't open it because I have a digital copy of it on Steam. So I was like, I guess I'm just going to keep this sealed and leave it here. And it's a sealed video game in the plastic.
Did you ever finish? A little bit off tangent, but you used to talk about the Trail games a lot. Did you ever finish it?
I was on the 6th in the series before I was like, I have to take a break. And I was subsequently also in the military at the time. So I was like, I don't have time to spend 80 hours on this one and 80 hours on the next one. I stopped on one of the rated ones that's like one of the best too.
No,
and
why would you
it is still
one?
If I had to relate it to most of the battle systems and turn-based games that I've been playing, it is still one of the best ones. Like,
really?
Yeah,
okay.
It's because of the customization, dude. You kind of like in Final Fantasy VII, where you have the little materia and you can really mess with all of your weapons and builds. You can do that a whole lot in Trails to be like, you know what? I want my person to be a super hard physical attacker. Boom, change out their whole build. Actually, I'm feeling this build instead. And so most of the time when I would take a break from those games, I would go in and I'd spend an hour completely redoing their kits. Because I'd be like, this time when I'm playing, this is just what I'm feeling.
Okay, I gotcha. I'm gonna have to watch some gameplay because I know we've talked about it in the past, but I
you would
don't
hate
know
it,
what
dude.
looks like.
You would hate that.
I probably
series.
would. I would never buy it, I'm sure, but I'd like to see what it looks like. It's just one of those games where you hear about it a lot, but I have zero clue what it looks like or anything. It's just in my brain.
Turn-based where you select moves, but it's also on a grid. So you move your character on the grid, and then you use one of your moves across the grid, and it's like in between one of those like XComs or like the top-down tactics games. It's in between that and like a turn-based Pokemon or Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't like that.
No, you would hate it, but it's really like it's right in my ballpark, right? Those are the things I like doing. So that one, I stopped in the middle of it. Steam says I have like 50 hours of gameplay in that, and I'm pretty sure my Steam Deck just picked it up at one point. It was like, oh, he's playing this, and I just wasn't. Because I definitely have like 10 hours in it.
Why is it saying that's so weird? It would say 50.
Yeah, it says I have like 50 hours in that game, and I was like, there's no freaking way. I'm on chapter 1.
I kind of want to know how much time I have put into certain games, but I also would like to remain blissfully ignorant of how much time I've spent playing these games.
I
You know?
stay aware. I know how much time I like. In Pokemon Champions came out last month, and I have 150 hours in it.
What's the meta now? Like, what's the pro level status? Is it like
Oh,
1,000
okay.
hours? Like
In
10,000 hours?
Champions?
Just period. If you're in it, if you play a game, you've been playing it for a long time, and I say, man, I got 500 hours. Is that cracked? If
I
say
don't think
got,
hours matters
I
at
don't know.
all. You know how many people are like low rank who have 4,000 hours in like League of Legends?
Really?
Yeah, because they just don't get better.
How would you not get better? You don't like suffer and then try to fix it and do better?
I don't know. I feel like we had a point in our lives where we had to study for things, right? And get better at them by studying and like slowly improving and taking note of the things that we do wrong. A lot of people just bang their head into the wall.
Just
Like,
keep doing it over and over again.
seriously, I'm not even kidding. Like a lot of people do just bang their head into the wall, or they just play it for fun. Like they're just like, oh, I play League of Legends. I'm a League player, but they don't go to tournaments or anything, so they just play ranked. They just hop into ranked and play.
Yeah, no, they're playing it wrong. If you're not playing a video game as a way to de-stress, but actually get way more stressed out because it's way more important than anything else happened in your day, you're playing wrong. That's the way you should be playing.
I've learned so far that I'm a good Pokemon player, but I'm bad at building teams. So
Yeah,
like
building's tough in a lot of games.
it's really tough. I'm good at building cards, like decks in card games though. So it's weird to me that I'm really good at deck building, but I'm not great at building a Pokemon team yet. So that's my big flaw because I saw online someone, I think it was on Reddit, someone was like, "Oh yeah, my you're either a really good team builder but not an amazing player, or you are a good player but not an amazing team builder, and then the best players are both. Like the people who are like, YouTubers making a ton of stuff, they're both. And that's why they got so good and popular." And I was like, I'm not going to be one. If I'm not a good team builder, I will quit.
God.
Like I'm gonna become
man.
I'm gonna become a good team builder, which what I'm good at so far is taking the shell of a team, and this is kind of like an idea in D&D, right? With like building out a class or a character I'm gonna play as. I'm good at taking the shell. Like I'll look at a pro player's team, like, oh, I wanted to play Mega Venusaur, so I was like, how can I make a good Mega Venusaur team? Look it up, start throwing it all together. And then changing the things that are to my preference is what I can do really easily. I'm really good at that, where I'm like pretty good at making things how I like to play them. But if you said, okay, here's 6 slots, fill it out, make a good team, I would do it, and there would inevitably be flaws that make it so I lose more than I win.
Oh, absolutely, but it would be a cool team though.
Yeah, it would be put together, and I would be able to explain to you the good parts of it, but I wouldn't be able to tell you what the flaws in the team are.
I want you to know you maybe think you contaminated Patrick. Our good friend Patrick is now a lost cause because of you.
Why?
Something you did. We were playing some Pokemon Go the other day at the park, and
He likes
I had
Tinkaton?
told him. Yes, he does.
I
And
love
it's
Tinkaton.
filthy. I told him what you said about how it was one of your absolute favorite Pokemon of all time, and we were just having a blast, just ragging on you, just taking your reputation and dragging it through the dirt. There's about 8 people at that park think you're the biggest loser of the whole world.
You should have
And
called
then-
me. I would have answered and been like, yeah, so these are all the reasons I like Tinkaton.
And it would have been terrible, and I would not have listened to a single reason. But the following week, we hung out, and he's like, like, call me wrong. Pat said, "Oh, I love Tinkaton now." Like, "Oh yeah, Seth persuaded me." I was like, "What? What do you mean?"
I don't think I talked to him about it, did I?
I don't know what you. I'm assuming you did something. You planted.
We
the
did not
seed,
talk about
put the
Tinkaton.
little mind flayer in his ear, dude. I don't know how you did it, but you're literally convincing people one of the worst Pokemon is one of the best, and I don't get it.
Tinkaton is definitely one of my favorites from Gen 9. Like, I can't tell you why. I just saw it and was like, well, that's going on the team. And
It's literally Ditto with a hammer.
well,
literally
you don't know if it's going to be a boy or a girl. Like, come on.
That thing, that Pokemon creature, is horrible. It's just a Ditto with a hammer, which Ditto's cool.
Why is
right?
it a Ditto?
That's what you want.
It's a tiny little punk pink
It's
doll.
a pink blob. It's a pink blob, bro. It looks gooey. It looks like a dog toy.
So, okay, I have a question for you then. As far as character design goes, you think
Okay.
Ditto's a better character design than Tinkaton?
Yes. At least he's
it's a little purple scoop of ice cream.
no. Okay, first of all,
I love
let's
Ditto,
take a
by
step
the way,
back.
for the audience. I
I
love
was gonna say,
Ditto.
you better not be hating on Ditto, man.
I don't hate Ditto. No,
my,
he's cool.
my buddy just got a Hundo IV Ditto. Pretty sick.
Wow.
He called him the GOAT. He's pretty legit. But first of all, shiny Ditto, awesome, incredible.
It's just a different color.
It's completely different. It's completely different. And
they
Ditto
just changed the color slider.
No. Tell me why Spider-Man is one of the best superheroes of all time. Tell me. Give me a reason.
Okay. So Spider-Man is one of the best superheroes of all time because the entire identity of him is getting up and continuing on and doing the duty that you have to do, even though the world freaking kicks you down. Like everybody gets taken away from him. Gwen Stacy gets taken away. Aunt May gets taken away. Uncle Ben gets taken away. You know, with great power comes great responsibility, and yet he still continues to go forward. And the funny thing about that is my favorite happiest times in Spider-Man are when nothing is going wrong, and then something goes wrong, and I'm like, man, Peter has it bad. But that's why Spider-Man's a great character, because
and I think that's an excellent answer. Excellent answer. And what I'm hearing is you're emotional about it, right?
Yeah.
Like he's very connectable. He's very relatable.
Yeah.
Right. And you know what? Ditto is the exact same way. Maybe even more super than Spider-Man.
Why?
Because you know what? All Ditto is, he's just a little goopy boy. Just a little goopy boy doing his thing, living his life, right? But you know what Ditto could do? Anything. Anything Ditto sets his mind to, he can be it. He wants to sit there on Route 1 and be a little Mewtwo walking around the grass. He can be. Because he's a fucking madman, bro. He can do anything he wants. The absolute GOAT. He's like a transformer amongst Pokemon. All the other Pokemon that came out, he said literally a trend of other Pokemon that transform into other Pokemon and copy moves and stuff. They're all blasphemous. Ditto is the OG. He's anything, everything, and nothing all at once. Everybody loves him. Everybody hates him. Iconic Pokemon.
I mean, he is definitely iconic. But what I'm hearing is you like the Pokemon that can't make its mind up.
No, it's
you like the Pokemon that like, oh, I don't have to decide. I can just do whatever. I don't have to have a personality because I'll just be whatever I want to be.
His personality is Little Ditto, man. That's his personality.
No, and I love that because he's the main character in Pokopia. You play as a Ditto, right? Like, so I love the Pokemon, right? But I'm never gonna argue that he's like unique.
He is. He's super unique, and he's way better. The only look, you don't have to. You can literally think that Ditto is the worst Pokemon ever. That's fine.
No, I don't think that. I just made it very clear.
As long as he's one step higher than Tinkaton, that's totally fine.
Well, if Tinkaton's in my top 5 and Ditto's not, he's not going to be.
That's impossible. If Tinkaton is your number 1, you just haven't realized your love for Ditto is the problem. He's actually a zero. You're zero.
I love a lot of Pokemon. There's a lot of Pokemon that I'm a huge fan of. Ditto ain't one.
That's crazy. That's absolutely ridiculous.
I mean, I love him in Pokopia, but he is you customize him. You're a trainer in that you look like your old trainer. So, and I don't think you're wrong for liking Ditto. I think Ditto's a great Pokemon. It's okay for me to have different tastes, though. I think Tinkaton's cool. It is weird that you call Tinkaton a copy, given the fact that it's a completely different looking Pokemon.
It's literally just a green thing.
It's a completely different looking Pokemon.
No. Dude, Tinkaton is the equivalent of the letter O versus the letter Q. It literally just adds like a little
They look completely different.
No, they're literally exactly the same, except Tinkaton is dumb and Ditto is way cool.
Just like O and Q. O is so dumb, but Q, wow, badass.
O is super cool. It's the OG. It's like, whoa, man. Literally the sound. And a Q, it's literally the same letter with a little like that's all. That's it. That's all it is, man. You're defending undefendable.
I'm not even defending. What do you say about like C to O then? Because C is just an incomplete O. We interrupt this regularly scheduled broadcast to tell you about patreon.com/Table Talk Friday, where you can get post shows from the boys every single week. Sometimes they talk about their personal lives, sometimes they talk about gaming, and sometimes the conversation just continues where it left off. So go check out patreon.com/Table Talk Friday now.
Apples to oranges. Apples to oranges.
It's not apples to
Apples to
oranges.
You're not on my wavelength. We're not in sync. You're not leveling up here. I'm like I'm
Or
like
like a
level
P
10
and a
rocket boss,
B.
and you're like a rookie, bro.
Or like a P, a B, and an R. They're like
It's completely
hardly
different.
They're hardly
Completely
different.
No, they're completely different things. You're missing the point here, man. Missing the point that Ditto is the Peter Parker of Pokemon.
This is just a Pokemon podcast. We talk about Pokemon for 10 minutes like every week, and it has to stop. It has to stop. We're telling good old gamer literally every week, like, look, we love D&D, we play it every week, but like all the hours I'm not playing D&D, I'm probably doing something to do with Pokemon.
That's pretty much it. I mean, what else are we doing then? I literally no. I have to say this.
Yeah, go ahead.
I had to rebuy. So back in college, I went hard in Pokemon. I had my little walker and everything.
Yeah.
The walker broke when I took it out of the box, so I rebought a walker. So I'm walking eggs right now. Yeah. So no, it's no biggie. But I'm hatching Pokemon, gaining
Did
XP
you not
while
do
you're
the
doing
thing where
nothing.
you like strapped it to like a fan or something?
It never worked right. I tried, taping
Now,
it to Peanut.
let me-
I tried, putting it on the fan and then.
Let me ask you this. This is a like a privacy thing, right? So it asks me every time I open Pokemon Go, would you like to turn Adventure Sync on and give us access to your location at all times? And every time I click no. I'm like,
Fair enough.
no.
I get it.
I would like you not to be draining my battery in the background while I'm driving to Walmart. I would appreciate you not seeing which doctor's office I go to.
No, it's fine. Just let Niantic know. They're not going to do anything malicious.
And so it only knows where I'm at whenever I open the app, and I am on a VPN. So I'm based on your response. Your Adventure Sync has been blaring these past like 5 years.
always blasting.
It has been blasting.
Dude, if the government can access Niantic's software, dude, they know everything about me. They know my favorite color. They know where I've been. They know my favorite doctor and foods. Anything, all the promo codes that I'm downloading off of Food Lion apps and whatnot. They know. And that's fine because I hatched an imaginary Larvesta yesterday and it made me happy for about half a second. So it's totally worth it.
I appreciate the energy you're bringing today. Guys, here at Table Talk Friday today, Drew and I are both running on very little sleep. I drove 15 hours after seeing my brother-in-law graduate basic training and got back home to go to bed at 7 a.m. and wake up at 9 a.m. So, and then Drew...
Equally hard sort of situation. I couldn't fall asleep and then stayed up late eating ice cream and then went to bed.
Exactly. Basically the same thing. And
same
so
exact situation.
The two of us
Maybe
are
mine harder.
running on fumes today, but we didn't want to not have an episode. We may or may not have had one last week. I didn't actually end up checking because life has been extremely, extremely busy. So this week we figured we'll jump in and just update you on, D&D, how everything's going and everything in our lives. Now, I had a thing a few minutes ago where we were talking about characters. And you can hear that I'm like drunk in my brain right now, honestly.
Welcome to what is it? Drunk Talk Fridays is what we're doing.
For
boys.
real.
We just get drunk and talk about Pokemon, which honestly sounds like a fire idea that we should totally do. I don't drink, but like I would love to do. I would
It's
start
like a
drinking
bonus
for that.
Patreon episode where we just get drunk and talk about that. Yeah.
But no, I think a good little update of D&D, right? So sometimes you roll a 1, right? And that's just how it is. Right now we're rolling 1s, and that's okay. That's fine. But because we're still trying, we're still pushing. Go ahead.
Yeah, so these last like 3 weeks when it comes to our sessions, we had a week where people couldn't play. And then this past week I was traveling, so you guys did a one-off without me. And then this week we can't play because more than 2 people are going to be missing.
It's a holiday weekend,
Yeah.
It's tough.
So that's kind of the situation right now where we're like missing a couple weeks in a row. And I will say 2 weeks ago when we had to cancel, I was fully okay with it because I was dying. I was like, I cannot in any form or fashion DM a session for you guys today. There's no way it's happening. This past week, I was actually like, okay, I could probably do some stuff, but there was no way I was going to be able to make it happen. And then now this coming week, we're not going to be able to play, which I want to try to get some of the guys together to do something. I just don't know what we're going to do. Maybe I'll get them to play a friend slop game with me.
We should go play Sea of Thieves again. We never will, but we should go play Sea of Thieves.
I have PC Game Pass. I can do it. I can open it up and we can play Sea of Thieves whenever. I don't have to pay for it.
I think there's all kind of like free stuff, or not free stuff, but discounted things going on. Like there's the summer sale for Steam.
Yeah.
I think Xbox got something going on. Maybe PlayStation does. I don't keep up with PlayStation, but a lot of good little deals, games you can get for $5, $10, whatever it may be, if you're looking to find something.
Dude, our nerdy industry as a whole is crashing and burning right now, and I'm just sitting here like, man, when's the next Fire Emblem game come out? Which the next Fire Emblem game comes out in September, and I have money set. I already have money on my Nintendo account that's gonna pay for it.
Yeah, man.
But
give them all your money.
But yeah, and freaking 5e or 5.5e, whatever you want to call it, is not releasing anything new that I'm interested in anyways. But like, I think I saw a video the other day that was mentioning like, what the heck happened this year? Why are we just rewriting the exact same stuff?
Oh, it's the same games over and over again, you think?
Yeah, Ravenloft and all that, and Eberron, except it's just the Artificer. Why? If the Artificer's going to be in every edition of D&D anyways, why are we writing a whole book for it again? Because why wouldn't you not just include it in the freaking player's handbook?
Because if they don't include it, they could sell it again. And it's exactly what it comes down to. My firm belief here is, when did the new rules that came out in 2024, right?
Yeah.
But I think it was late. Was it mid to late 2024?
Yeah. It was somewhere in there. I don't remember exactly when.
Regardless, close enough. We're more than a year out, but at this point, because they released, basically the exact same rules with a couple tweaks and whatnot, and got to sell it again, they liked that. And for the next few years, I think we're going to see bland stuff. I hate to be like morbid, but they have the perfect money cheat code where they could just sell everything they've already sold again, slightly tweaked, and I don't see why they wouldn't.
But are sales doing good? I don't think they are.
I don't think so. But if they're not selling good, they might as well just keep reselling the same old stuff, put minimal work into it.
And that's true. I mean, their top writers work for Critical Role now. So
oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so they work over there now. And I don't see them doing anything with D&D anymore. I don't know what their plan is for the coming years, but I definitely think we see a lot less original D&D content, which doesn't really hurt my feelings as much as I feel it should, because I see lots of other TTRPGs and channels that are talking about different games that are popping off, and I'm like, oh well, good for them, right? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
I'm happy to see that they're doing that, and that does make me want to. What do you think would be the first one that you would want to try if I was like, I'm going to run this one for a one-off?
Just like any tabletop?
Yeah, any tabletop game. Could be anything. Coup? I'm kidding.
Ooh, I love it. I've been craving some coup. But no, I guess maybe not even non-D&D related. Tabletop wise, I kind of want to try Warhammer. I'm not going to ever put enough money into it. I'm probably never going to try it for that reason, but I'd love to try it.
They have a video game coming out, or unless I don't think it's out yet, but they have a video game coming out that is basically just tabletop Warhammer.
Oh.
And I'm pretty sure it's like PvP too. So
oh, shoot, okay.
I need to look it up, because I remember seeing it and going, oh, I need to tell Drew about this, because if him and I both play it, we can actually play it without having to buy a ton of Warhammer stuff and paint it and everything,
Yeah.
That,
okay, I'll have to get into that.
That and Tabletop Simulator, we can play it on there.
Oh, yes.
I mean,
did you guys play with it anymore after you initially downloaded it? Because I haven't even played with it yet.
We played a little Magic that day, but I haven't messed with it anymore lately, mostly because I have been feeling so bad that I'm like, I can't even sit down to work on anything.
Yeah, sitting down and playing with a simulator does not sound like the ideal fun.
Yeah. I've been tinkering a lot, though. There's something cool for D&D setup. This is a fun topic to throw in a little bit. Do you remember the laptop I had in college? And you can say no.
I do. It was I want to say an Acer, if that's correct. It was the black laptop.
Razer, look at it.
Was it? With the little green, the little green triangle. Yeah.
So it's been broken for years since college. I took it out of a thing in storage. Sorry for the audience. I moved off the mic a little bit. But it's been broken for years. I pretty sure what was wrong is the SSD inside just died. It just stopped working completely. And so last week I was like, I'm going to have a little bit of fun. I'm going to tinker around a little bit and see if I can't fix a laptop that's broken. And so I ordered some precision screwdrivers and sat down with it, plugged it into the charger that I use for all my like Steam stuff and charging my Switch 2 and everything, because it's a USB-C. And then I ordered these things cost way too much now. It's a little external SSD So it's 256 gigabytes of memory that I could plug into it because the SSD inside is broken. And I opened up the bottom of it and was like, I feel like if I touch any of this, I'm going to break it. And I was not like an engineering major or anything like that. I was a music major. So I'm just going to close it. And then I was like, this thing for like $40 will work just fine.
Okay, so by plugging in it will operate as the SSD?
No. What I did though, because here's the dream. If I can get this thing to sit up right here and be a third screen for me, I can have it operate something. I can have it be a watch together is exclusively on this screen. I could have it be just my D&D notes. I could have Discord over here. I could have I just have an app running by itself on this screen. So that's the dream, is just to have another device separate from all of this that handles something for me at the table. So what I did
three screens is the meta.
I took this little thing because the SSD, you know what it has on it? Windows. Meaning that it doesn't have an operating system because it's busted.
Oh.
So that would mean I would have to buy a whole new version of Windows if I want to do it and then install it. So I was like, well, you know what's free? Linux. Which is what, like Valve's operating system stuff like SteamOS and all that. So I was like, I'm going to try installing Linux onto this SSD, plugging it into this computer and see if it works. So I did it all and it did work. So I ended up installing Linux on it and going through the whole process. And then in the middle of me permanently installing it, it crashed. And then I went on my 5-day trip and have not troubleshooted that crash yet.
But you almost had it.
But the laptop turns on.
I mean, that's a step up. That's a step up from it not doing anything for a couple years.
Yeah, and it's going to be a nice little addition to the D&D table once I get it done. I'm going to have it set up like right here and have it as another tool for the I just learned that it was touchscreen.
No way, really?
That's I'm pretty sure back in college I knew it was touchscreen, but I was sitting here like, oh no, this thing's old. I don't think it has a touchscreen. And then I went to go get a piece of dust off the screen at one point. I reached and touched it, and it did like the dragging box thing, and I went, what? I was like, why'd it do that?
I love finding features that are built into things that you had no clue. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I cannot lie. I do not like the touchscreens on a lot of my devices, though, especially laptops. I feel like it just gets them all smudgy. Like, I don't want to have to touch my laptop. My phone, I'll touch.
There's almost no situation that touching my laptop is the optimal way to use it.
No, not any time. But the 3 screens, though, it is the meta. I literally know people that do full-time office jobs, fucking email, some sort of software, blah, blah, off like one screen.
Yeah, I could do it.
I don't understand. I would literally lose my mind. I would chuck myself out of a window. You need a minimum of 2 screens nowadays in the modern world. 3 is the meta. If you could have 4 screens, that's top tier dream material.
Dude, now, since you're mentioning that, you know how the DS had 2 screens, right? It literally stands for dual screen. So.
Oh my god, it does. I didn't know that. I was calling it DS. I didn't know what it stood for.
Yeah, so DS had 2 screens. You know the little emulation device I have that plays old games on it, the little like Game Boy looking thing?
Yeah.
I still have the same one that I had before I joined the army, right? I've been using that same one for a long time. And there's a newer one that came out last year called the AYN Thor, like Thor like the god.
Oh,
and
okay.
It's very nice. It is DS style. It's a clamshell, and it has 2 screens, a top and a bottom one. And it's powerful enough that you can even install some PC games on it.
No, really?
So you can have a DS playing Slay the Spire 2, And like I could join in with Chase and Sean and play Slay the Spire 2 on a DS.
We're in the future, man.
So I have been looking at it because it's way back ordered. Like you order now and you get it in 3 or 4 months, basically.
Oh, wow.
And I've been looking at it and being like, stopping myself from spending. At minimum, I think it's like $250. Maximum, if you get like the most powerful one, it's like $550. And the one I want is right in the middle. It's like $400 because it's like the pro version. You can put a micro SD card in, but it has some memory on file as well. But it also uses the strongest processor that they offer for it. So I was like, that's the one I want. And I've had to restrain myself over and over again because what I tell myself is I'm like, this would be so cool to have and I would use it. But I already have a PC, a Steam Deck, a Switch, all of the devices out there. And I have another little surprise for you for the post show that I'm going to tell you about that I found a use case for that's really cool. So I've had to restrain myself so many times because since it operates on Android, you can have like YouTube on the bottom watching a YouTube video and playing a classic like Game Boy game up top if you want.
That's really neat.
Wouldn't that be lit? Like use the touchscreen on the bottom and be like, okay, next video, and then on the top just be playing Fire Red.
I think if I got a DS again and I was playing like that with a little screen, I think I would just destroy the crap out of it. They definitely destroyed the crap out of it.
This one is bigger. It's like XL, like DSi XL type size, or like 3DS XL.
I just when you say DS, it takes me right back to Pokemon Ranger, dude. I mean, just melting those silences into that device, bro. Like I would go through 6 silences per day just trying to catch freaking 2 Pokemon.
Oh, those games are good though. Oh my gosh,
so good. It's literally. They make up monsters, right? That have made up value that nobody cares for, right? But you learn to because they say they have value, right? And then they make you draw circles around them so that you can have them. It's all it's literally made up things with circles.
I have actually a fun D&D related idea that I've been thinking about for a while. How do you think we take the hobbies we love? We have D&D, right? Which we play all the time. We have video games that we play all the time. How do we merge them, Drew? Because
we use D&D as a platform and then play those games there.
No, here's what I'm thinking. You do D&D up until a certain point, but you know how we go through like puzzle rooms and shit? And it's boring because puzzles don't work out that great in roleplay.
Mm-hmm.
So what if...
No way.
What if we had like a certain couple of games that were like super cheap or something like that we were like, we can use this to play through something to make progress in D&D. Like, and now this is just a random offshoot idea. It doesn't have to be good. You're allowed to shit on it. But what my thought is like, for instance, let's use what every single person who's listening can recognize, the game Peak. You know what Peak is?
No.
Damn, you just disproved my point. Thanks a lot, Drew. Everybody's not going to recognize it now. So it's in the category of friend slop games, where basically you just get your friends together and do some dumb shit. The goal of it is you and your buddies are going to climb to the top of this mountain as fast as you can, basically, and work together and climb to the top.
Is that little guy with the little pickaxe?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's you're thinking of the Bennett Foddy game.
Oh, maybe, I don't know.
Peak is newer than that.
Circles and he goes up a mountain.
No, that's different. But Peak, you and your buddies, it's just a fun hanging out together, climb to the top of a mountain game. What if in D&D you're like, okay, boys, we're gonna do a skill check and climb to the top of this mountain. Everybody open up Peak and join into the server. And they have to get up there, and then whatever happens to their characters, if they fall, happens in the game.
I think it's a really creative idea.
Minecraft.
And so here's the thing, right? That's exactly what I was thinking is Minecraft, right? We've talked about playing D&D in Minecraft before. Sea of Thieves for like boat combat or boat travel. I think it'd be cool. I think swapping back and forth to a different media would be too difficult.
Well, it's maybe once every couple sessions.
Yeah, no, it would be a special thing. But I think it would be difficult to keep the mood going the right way. I also feel like it might detract from the immersion a little bit, just a tad bit. Now, I don't want to shit on it though, because I like the idea.
Yeah.
And I've had a not quite the same, similar idea for the Christmas one-offs the last few years that I have yet to unearth or to put into practice. It just never worked out quite right. And I would like to. So I won't say too much on that, but it's a different form of media that's not like video game kind of stuff that I want to bring in for like puzzle solving sort of things. It's a really cool idea. I like it. I think it'd be really difficult to implement and keep the immersion. Because I'm telling you right now, if you say, oh, there's a mountain we're going to climb and we're going to go play this Peak game, I'm going to have to, put my stuff on sleep. I have to disconnect my headset. I have to go into the other room. I'm going to turn my Xbox on. Got to plug in a little USB. Got to get my audio all hooked up. What if it doesn't work?
Let me ask you here. do you think that's a situation where we start the session doing that? Like we start with role play in a server and we don't do anything until that point. Like, okay, we go through a whole role play section, everybody's talking, okay, and then we begin going up. Does that work?
I'm gonna say yes, because my problem with it is the disengagement and the loss of immersion. So if you're in it ahead of time, yes, I think it would work. But you also have to keep in mind, maybe not everyone's there to play video games, right? Like maybe people are there to play D&D. My biggest problem is just that if we had to do a setup and it took me 10 minutes to move all my stuff, I've now lost 10 minutes of my 4 hours per week, 3 to 4 hours per week that we play D&D.
Yeah.
Swapping to something that's not D&D.
Yeah, that would be it would have to be seamless for sure. Like, and I don't know if this is something we'll ever even experiment with. I'm looking through my library right now of games. I'm like, what even one of these would I even be able to use to do something like that? Because if it comes down to like pure combat, it's not like we're gonna play Slay the Spire, right? And then jump in and use that for D&D, because there's no point, because it's just card combat. We would just do D&D combat. But I'm trying to think of like bland, boring things that like walking or climbing a mountain, travel, that would be more immersive in the setting of something like that. Like what if we're on like, I wanted to say like some big open world game where everybody's together and travel is happening and you guys are all just walking down a trail or something like that, having your conversations and stuff. Would be cool, but that's not really worth it in the context of opening up a game and everything either, because you could just role play that out.
Yeah. And just to be really like brutally honest, I think there's a lot of D&D tables out there that maybe would benefit from this because their games aren't great, or maybe their game is fairly new. Maybe they're just starting out and they don't know how to play D&D, right? For a table like us, we've been playing for so long, I crave that downtime where we're just walking together and role playing. Like, we've had a lot of stuff going on in our campaign as of late, and I can't wait till we slow down a little bit and just chat with the boys.
Yeah.
That's fun. That's one of the most, if not the most fun parts of D&D. Is
you
just
still probably got about 5
sessions
till you're going to be able to really do that.
Oh, there's just so. I was just talking to Patrick about it. There's just so much mystery and there's so much background on these people that we're traveling with that we still have no idea. And that's fine. Like, you want there to be some mystery and intrigue for, most of the campaign, right? But there's so many things that I don't know and want to know about these people that I've learned nothing of because we're immersed in this situation.
It's funny. It is funny you say that, because when I was writing it, the thing I started with was the answer to your question. Like, I initially I based what you guys are doing now around my idea for the answer to your question. So I was like, I want this to be a thing. How do I make my players get to this being a thing? And it's fun because I didn't know how that was going to do. I thought, well, what if they guess it immediately? And I'm pretty sure you guys have no freaking idea what's going on.
I have no clue.
And like, which is fun for me, because I was like, oh, what if they just guess it right off the bat? And then it's like not even fun when we get there. But now I'm almost 100% positive you guys are all going to be like, what the heck?
Yeah, no, zero clue. I told you my theory last time of this dragon having something to do with like the lair and its sort of domain and this giant snowstorm.
That would be too easy. Now, too obvious.
See, that's what I was thinking. I was like, there's no way Seth would do that. But maybe because it was 1 to 5, he's just warming us up with like a little fun thing. So okay, I could see it happening, right? But now I don't know, because there's some sort of sky creature, as far as I'm going to call it a sky ogre, because that's a running joke in our previous games. Some sort of sky ogre in the sky that's watching us, trying to talk to us. The gods won't talk to us at all. I think maybe it has something to do with our previous campaign right now, with how all the universes basically melded together, all the realms became one. But if that's the case, if that's the answer of like being a clue as to what's going on, that's such a broad answer. So yeah, like that's something that's connected.
Like,
but
oh yeah, something's going on.
Yeah, something's happening all the time in space. Oh wow, like I'm just so what a clue, I'm assuming that has something to do with it. But I mean, that's like saying there's going to be the color green in the next 10 sessions,
right?
So I'm really excited to see where we go with it, if we ever actually get to play again. This has been like 3 weeks.
Piece of advice I would give to DMs writing their campaign is come up with a really cool idea for the end. and then go to the beginning. And then fill in the blank session by session until you get to that end. Because that's what I'm doing right now, where I was like, okay, this is what's happening in the 1 to 5. And then I went back to the beginning and was like, now where are the players at in context of all of this? And then I just let you guys figure it. And then I explained it all to you guys in character and everything when we went around Bryn Shander. And I let you guys figure out how you wanted to get there.
I think that's pretty much defining a DM, right? Is coming up with some sort of story you want to tell. It doesn't have to be like a piece by piece or anything. It's more of a premise. Like, take the Black Lagoon, those little kids books.
Yeah.
Right? Where the kids meet these big scary adults and it's actually just nothing. It's like the dentist or whatever maybe. But like you could take a D&D setting and turn it into some sort of Black Lagoon and there's some sort of, MacGuffin or some sort of red herring and it turns out that everything's okay. Like that's an entire campaign right there. Just take something that you like, something that's interesting to you, whether it be, Pokemon Go or it's the Black Lagoon or I don't know, some sort of amusement park idea, anything. Take it and then throw your characters into it so that they can interact with that thing. Take anything that's interactable or hell, something that's not interactable and make it interactable.
Oh yeah.
That's fun.
I like that a lot.
DMing anyway.
All right. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of Table Talk Friday. We made it like 20 minutes of full on nonsense, and then we actually had some good advice by the end there. So I'm glad we made some progress here. If you liked what you heard or you liked us hearing our personalities, go to patreon.com/Table Talk Friday, where Drew and I are going to talk for like 30 more minutes about some BS and the thing that I had that I wanted to tell him about because I think you're going to think it's pretty cool.
Exclusive content is what I'm hearing.
Exclusive content. That's right. It's like $5. Anyways, thank you guys so much for listening. Until then, though, I'm going to need... Oh, I did not think about this. Mr. Peak to take me out.
Guys, it's me, Mr. Peak. I've been climbing this mountain for like 3 years, bro. 3 years. I'm just trying to get to the top so I can play this one tabletop game with my friends. But I don't know if they're going to make it or not is the problem. So when I get to the top, we'll see. God damn it, man.